Okay guys, so now let's jump into Android Studio. So when you click on the Android Studio, this will pop up. So here we will start a new Android project. Click here. So here we have many multiple default activities, you can say, that the Android Studio provides us. So by default empty activity is selected, but if you look here, this is called the bottom navigation activity. You must have seen this is in many apps. This is the navigation bar activity, and this is the tab layout like the previous YouTube app. So basically what selecting this does is that if you select this navigation bar activity and you click next and you click and you build an app, so what Android Studio will do is it will automatically make all the files that is necessary in order to achieve this navigation bar. So it is just a kind of a base class, you can say. So for now we will just select the empty activity and we'll click next. Now here I'm going to name my application. So I'm going to name my first application. So here the package name. So the package name is unique of every app. No two apps in the Play Store will have the same package name. So I like to keep my package name like this. So it starts with com.app. The application name. So it's easy to remember also, and so here's the save location where the project is going to be saved. So for now I'm selecting Java, not Kotlin, because I will of course in future I will work with Kotlin, but in order to give you in order to show you guys how these things work, I'm selecting Java for now. So here we will just select this for Android 4 ice cream sandwich. So this is the minimum API level. So below this your app wouldn't run in any Android device which has less API level than Android 4. Your application will not run in that. So what we do is we click finish. So guys, this is how your Android Studio will build the Android app when you click the finish button. So I'll try to go through each and every part of this Android Studio and explain you guys what it does. So first of all, let's look here on the top line. They are just simple navigation tools that are being used, like if you see the files, normal save file, open the project and all. And in here if you go refactor, it's for rebuilding the code, or if you want to rename any part of the class or anything, so you click refactor. And build is generally used for cleaning the project if it is giving some unknown errors or some kind. So you clean the project and then rebuild it. Run is also used for running the app. So that's it. And in this line, it has some very important tools like this one. If you click this, it gives you option to select the module which you want to run in the app. So in future, if you have multiple modules in the app, so this is where you can choose a specific module and run the app. This is for running the app. So what it does is it builds the project and then runs the app. This is for debugging. This is for instant run. So and this is for the AVD manager for creating emulators. This is for syncing the Gradle project with files. And now if you come and look here on this panel, this is basically the file structure or the project structure. If you see here, there are two folders. That one is the app and one is the Gradle scripts. In the app folder, there is a manifest folder. So the manifest folder contains a file called Android Manifest. It is one of the most important files of the app. In this, you have to mention all kinds of activities that you are creating. The activities should be mentioned here, otherwise it will give an error. And we can also add themes related to a specific activity or a screen. And the intent filter is here, which helps you in order to choose the class which you want to run first. and here's the package name of the app that I put earlier. So if you click on this Java, then the first com folder, and you go down through these folders, you'll see a main activity.java file that is opened here. So this is the default main activity class that is created by the Android Studio. So all the code is to be done here, the Java code, and the layout file for this is this activity_main. So if you click here, preview, you can see the Android device here. So it kind of gives you the real-time look of how your layout is going to look whenever you're doing editing in this. So this is an XML based language. So if you look here, there are two tabs, design and the text. So I personally use text whenever I am designing my apps, but you can also use this design tab where you can just drag and drop into this layout. For example, like this, we want a text view here. So what you'll do is you click, drag and drop here. So a text view will appear there. Right, so if you see in the code, it has already made a code for you, and you can change the text you want to enter, and this is very simple. But I generally prefer to use this text based because I think it allows me to make the designs very fast and efficiently, and you can achieve much more by doing like this. So here, if you see in this resource folder, res folder, there's a folder called drawable. So in this drawable folder, you include all your pictures, images, animations, and everything kind of stuff, or some specific custom layout that you want. So everything is to be copied or made here. In the layout section, you include all your layout files for your Java activities. Like there's one Java activity, so there will be one layout file for that. Generally, if you create one activity like this, if you right click here, then new activity, empty activity. So what it does is it automatically creates a layout for you. So you just have to finish this and it will automatically create a Java activity by this name and a layout activity by this name. In the MIP map, it's also used for images, but generally it is used for the launcher images or the app icons, that you can say. In the value section, there are these sub XML files. The colors file is used for putting colors here, because I think if you assign colors here, it would be much easier and efficient for you to build Android apps. Because whenever you're coding and you want a specific color in a layout file, you just have to copy this color name. No need to copy this hex code. So this color name can be used in the whole app. In the strings folder, it's same as the colors, but here you have to mention your strings here. So it is very important, because if you're making a big production app and it has a support for multiple languages, so it would be very easy for you if you have different string files for different languages. So you just have to change the values of these keys, and these keys should be used in the layout files, and the values will only change for different languages. So in future I'll go through this, but for now I'm just giving a basic overview of how things are arranged in the Android Studio. So in the styles.xml file, we generally place the styles which we are going to use in the app. By default, this style is created. This is a dark action bar theme, and this app theme is being used here in manifest file. As you can see, style.as/app theme. So this is the basic application theme that is being used by default by Android. So we can in future we will change this. We'll introduce some new styles and all and whatnot. So for now, this is fine. So guys, now I will run this application in a emulator, and I'll show you how to create a new emulator or run this app in a physical device. So what you have to do is you'll have to go here and click on this button, run app button. A dialog box opens. So here it is looking for virtual devices, but here you can see there are two options. One is the connected devices and the other is the available virtual devices. So the connected devices, one of this is a Motorola device, which is a physical device that I have, and it is connected to my machine via USB. Whereas this Pixel 2 is an emulator that I have already booted up here, and these are all the other virtual devices that I have created. So in order to create a virtual device, you have to go and click this create new virtual device button. Here it will ask you about, here it will give you different options of devices that are available. So you can go ahead and select any one like Pixel XL, and you can also create for different devices like Wear, the Android Wear or the Android Tab, so that different categories of devices available. So if you go ahead and click XL, then next, it will ask you if you want to install the OS Pi or the Oreo or the Nougat or the R or the Q. I've not downloaded it on my machine, but you can download it. And for now, let's select Pi and click next. So here it will ask you about giving a name to the device if you want, or setting up the orientation and the performance related options. So if you click on finish, it will automatically create a new emulator. But here in my case, I'm not creating it because I already have so many. So I'll just go ahead and click on any one of these devices. For example, in Pixel 2, then I'll click OK. So the Android Studio will run the application into the emulator. So here is the emulator. There you go. So the first application that we have created, it's a default application. It has been run in this app. So you can see the application name here and the text hello world, that is here if you want to see hello world. So this is how you run an application in an Android Studio, and I've given you a basic overview, and from the next video I'll start with the Android tutorials. So please be sure to like and subscribe, and please watch my next tutorials if you want to learn Android developing. Thanks.